number. So go ahead, pick your pile. This is a collective message for the month of June, the end of the month of June. Okay, pick your pile. Pick your piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Hold on, guys. I'm going to turn on the light so that we can get some light in here. Hopefully, did that help? That did not help. Okay. It did not help. It didn't seem like it helped at all. But oh well. Pick your pile, commit to your pile. We're doing a pick a card reading. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Once you pick your pile, go ahead and put it in there. This is a collective message for this is a collective message for the month of June. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pick your pile. Once you pick your pile, drop it in the chat. This is a collective message for the end of the month of June. For the collective. For no, not for July, because we're not in July yet. We're in June still. It's the end of the month of June. July will have its own. So we'll hit July when we get to July. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. What you should have been working on, what you could have been working on, what you need to be working on by the end of the month. So close out the end of this month. We got about roughly a week to close out the end of this month. So go ahead. Okay, she said the fossil pile. I thought this was so cool. Look, these are like little fossilized snails in there. You see those? You see them right there? I thought those were so cool. I'm weird like that. Sorry, guys. So pick your piles, and once you commit to your pile, drop your number. Commit to your pile, put it in the chat so everybody knows that you committed to that pile, and that's your pile. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. All right. All right, let's get started. Let me move my cards over so I can move these over. Pile 2 and 3. Pile 1 is going to be the Light Seers Tarot with the fossilized snails. So if you pick this stone, the fossilized snail, that is your pile. Okay? So your oracles say, make time for self-love, step up and lead, and let your fears dissolve. So pile 1. For the month of June, what you need to be closing out, if you haven't already begun this, is letting go of things that hold you back, things that you're fearful of. It could be that you're listening to voices in your head that tell you that you can't do this, that, or the other. They're telling you to let that go. Let those fears dissolve, and don't be ruled and overrun by, hold on, guys. This darn thing is coming out again. I'm just going to take that part out, and hopefully, no, I got to have it in there. Damn it. You son of a bitch. Hold on, guys. I need to get a new one of these. Okay. Well, it's going to act stupid, so I'm going to just hold it up here. Boom. Hold on. We'll go like this. God damn it. I'm not going to be able to. Hold on. Where'd that piece go? All right. Hold on. All I needed is to grab the head of this damn thing and just let it stay there. Everything else will be fine, but it keeps pushing it out. Oh, that's why. Damn it. Oh, it's broken. How did it break? You son of a bitch. Hold on, guys. Ugh. God dang it. I can't hold this thing up. I'll just hold it up like this. Hopefully it won't move. And then I got to get a new one today. All right. We're going to Jimmy rig this shit until we get it right. I swear to God. I swear to God. All right. So, pile 1. Let your fears dissolve. So a lot of you guys could be allowing fears to hold you back from moving forward. Because they're telling you should be stepping up into a position of power in your own life, showing up in your own life in a very powerful way. And a lot of you guys could be allowing your fears to hold you back. It could be self-deprecating thoughts, self-defeating thoughts, traumas from the past, people's opinions of you. It could be some of you guys, you still have voices in your head from people from when you were in your childhood that hold you back, where you feel like you can't do it. People telling you're not good enough, you can't do this or that. Let that shit go. They're telling you the way you combat those thoughts is with self-love. So I want you guys, my Power One people, to close out the rest of this June, the rest of the month of June, by really pouring into yourself, taking the time to do the things that emotionally charge you. That's going to help you to really kind of step up into this lead position, because some of you guys are shrinking back and not showing up in your own damn life. And so June should have been a month where you really stepped into your power. So if you felt like you haven't quite got there, you still got about a week to really kind of harness this energy that's especially with the summer solstice that brought in, which was a lot of power, a lot of restorative and regenerative power to really transform you. So power number one, you guys are being told, if you have not stepped into this transformative power, to let these fears dissolve and to step up into your own personal power, it's time to do so. You close out the end of the month by doing so. Yeah, they're trying to get you guys to kind of seize the day. Some of you guys are not stepping up to the plate, and literally, Spirit is giving you opportunities to do so. They're literally putting this in the palm of your hand. You see how there's a palm, literally putting new opportunities for you to take your own life and to create the life that you want, to create the reality that you want to see. And some of you guys are sleeping on yourselves. Some of you guys, like I said, you haven't healed from past traumas. You haven't healed from childhood wounds, emotional wounds that keep you in bondage. Power number one, start to work on those. Like I said, your shadow isn't going anywhere. You guys allow these thoughts to stop you from moving forward. And Spirit is here trying to push that out of your mind. So my power number one people, use the rest of this month to really pour into yourself. Yeah, you let other people, and some of you guys let other people's thoughts hold you back. You're scared of competition, maybe. For those who have businesses that you're supposed to be starting, you might be afraid of the competition. There's so many people doing it. So nobody's doing it like you're doing it. So who cares? There's a lot of tarot readers, but nobody's reading cards like I'm reading. Who gives a shit? And I feel like a lot of my power number one people, you're allowing these fears to hold you back. And Spirit is literally trying to move you out of that energy, because you're supposed to be stepping into the spotlight. When it says step up and lead, you're supposed to be taking lead and taking control of your life. They're giving you brand new opportunities. Some of you guys may be holding back on going back to school or going to school, thinking that, you know what, especially if you're older. Like, look, I was 40 when I went back to school. I was 40 and I went back to school and I became a chef. I was the oldest person in a lot of my classes, but I didn't give a shit because I was cooking fucking circles around these kids. You understand me? I was cooking circles around these damn kids. So don't let those fears hold you back. If you're thinking about going back to school, if you're thinking about starting that business, if some of you guys might be thinking about going on that trip, maybe thinking about moving abroad, why are we not doing it? Power number one, why are we not doing it? Especially when Spirit is giving you an open door. They're giving you the wheel of fortune, and they're telling you to go for it. So use the rest of this month, Power One, to really kind of get into this energy of loving yourself and pushing these thoughts out of your head. Pushing these thoughts out of your head and letting those fears that hold you back, that keep you from going forward, keeping you from seizing the day, push that shit out and then step up and lead. So power number one, that is your collective message for the end of June. Stop sleeping on yourself is what they just said. Stop. Power number one, you're sleeping on yourself. Stop sleeping on yourself. All right. That was my power number one, people. Power number two, if you chose this, how do you let go of fears? Listen, well, it depends on what fears that you're facing. So Stanola, you might need to do a full reading. If you're having a lot of fears, we need to delve into your fears and see what's going on, why you have those fears, what are the bases of those fears, so that you can kind of face them. It's all about facing your fears. If you chose the Tasman African Tarot with this stone, pile number two, this is your collective message for the end of June. Pile number two, leave the past behind, know that you love and think it through. So a lot of you guys may be, for my pile number two people, you may have lingering issues with past relationships that we need to let go. Don't let the month of July come in and you're still holding on to old shit. Okay? Know that you love. A lot of you guys could be dealing with codependency issues. That's what keeps you tied to the past, is that it's familiar to you. And you know what, I'm going to say this, we engage in toxic behaviors because we actually get a payout from those. it's familiar to you. So if you've been with the person and you're codependent on that person and it's a toxic relationship, it's an empath and narcissistic relationship. You know how empaths and narcissists have that kind of very toxic dynamic where they're drawn to each other? It's because it's familiar to you. You've played out these cycles before pile number two, and they're telling you it's time to break this shit. Know that you're loved. You don't, and the reason why we display toxic behavior is because we don't feel like we deserve better. The reason why we stay in toxic relationships is because we feel like we don't deserve better. And spirit is telling you that you do. Now, for some of you guys, you might have to think it through. When it says think it through, think of it, come up with a plan on how to exit this shit. Some of you guys, look, I'm going to tell you, especially if it's a narcissistic relationship, it's not going to be necessarily an easy relationship to leave behind. And you're going to have an exit strategy. So spirit is very aware of that. For safety issues, for some of you guys, it may be a safety issue. For those who come upon this reading later and you pick your pile, if you pick number two and you're in a very toxic and abusive relationship, think that shit through. Make sure you have a sound exit strategy so you keep yourself safe and keep everybody safe involved. But I think for the most part, thinking it through means that you guys have put so much of your energy and dynamic into this relationship or into other people that you now have to think about what you want. You now have to think about how you step forward in your own power, sort of like pile number one. How do you step forward in your own power? Start thinking about the life that you want to create and start fucking creating it. Think it through. That's what this is telling me. So that's for you, pile number two. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot. Yep. You got to start working on yourself. You got to start pouring into yourself emotionally. This is just think it through. This is in line with the think it through card. The 9 of Cups is the ultimate card. The 10 of Cups is the what do you want? What do you want out of life? So think about what you want. What do you need to be emotionally fulfilled and start going for that. Like I said, a lot of you guys are stuck, still staring at the past. Like it says, leave the past behind, and you're going to have a missed opportunity if you don't get moving. And again, for a lot of you guys, it's relationships. It's old shit that you're bringing into the month of July, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So leave that shit behind. Spirit is trying to tell you, put it into the things that that no longer serve you. Pile two. Put it into those things that no longer serve you. Know that you're loved, and know that Spirit is bringing to you something that is solid, that you can actually take a leap of faith on. Again, contemplate, think it through, and then move forward. Move forward. It could be, like I said, slow going for some of you guys. You guys have been so slow in moving forward, pile number two, that you're almost not even moving, and it's time to really start to move. Really start to invest in yourself emotionally, leave behind the past, and kind of transform your life into the way you want it to be. I feel like some of you in pile number two, you do have a choice in love coming. The Lovers was originally called the choice. So once you leave behind the past, you have the opportunity to have something more grounded and more stable coming towards you. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You're slowing up your own progress. If you're staying and you're not relinquishing the past, you're slowing up your own progress. It's telling you to take a leap of faith and take it on yourself. And what's coming towards you is going to give you a grounded and stable opportunity for something new. Okay? Pile number two. That's for you. All right. Last pile. Last pile was pile number 3. If you picked the orange selenite, the peach selenite, this is for you. And you picked the elemental goddess deck, this is for you. Pile number 3. Cool your emotions, go wild, and reveal what needs to be seen. My pile number 3, why are y'all coming across as some hotheads? Okay, there's a lot of fire energy. So my pile number 3, people, you could be, I'm going to say this, you could be a fire sign or a Scorpio. Scorpios, to me, they show up a lot like a fire sign, although we're not. We can show up a lot like a fire sign in our temperament. So it gives me a lot of fire energy, or specifically a Scorpio. So if you guys are in those zodiac elements, you pick pile number 3, this is definitely how you're showing up. I feel like you're about to go into Leo season. And by the full moon in Leo, I feel like you're going to be sitting deep in your power. But there's some things that you need to see that you haven't seen. And this Scorpio energy is going to reveal some things for the rest of this month that needs to be cleared out, whether it's relationships, whether it's behaviors, whether it's a thought process that you yourself need to clear out. You need to get it cleaned up. There's some cleanup work for pile number 3 is what it's saying. And to cool your emotions. You've been allowing your emotions to get the best of you. And you need to get out of so much. Yeah, with this fire energy and the Scorpio energy, you guys have been letting your emotions run wild with you. And I feel like they're telling you it's time to really step up into your power and think things through and use your head more so than your heart. I feel like my pile number 3 people, you've been giving your heart away. And it hasn't really been honored. And that's going to be revealed to you. So some of you guys might be, I'm reading pile number 3. Some of you guys might be finding out friendships may have been fake. You might be finding out relationships may have been fake. By the end of this month, a lot of things will be revealed so that you can leave it behind. It may make you emotional, but the Spirit is saying instead of playing with your emotions, playing in your emotions, use your head and then step up into your power and understand that you were the one that put them on, not the other way around. So some of you guys might be leaving relationships behind. About pile number 3 people. And you might, you guys are going to be shown that somebody wasn't true. Somebody wasn't true. And it's going to be a very emotional time. Leave it behind. Yeah, you're rising. Judgment's coming. With this, what's being revealed, this is gives me the judgment energy. And so you might be ending a relationship, friendships. It could even be toxic family dynamics that need to be closed out. So I feel like my pile number 3 people, you're going to be closing out cycles. Yes. You're going to be closing out cycles and leaving behind cycles that did not serve a purpose. There's no use of crying over spilled milk. It's time to move on. This is that crying over spilled milk card. It's time to move on, pile number 3. And when you do, I'm going to say this. You're going to have victory. Look, Spirit is telling you. Going into July, if you close out these bad cycles, these bad relationships that don't serve a purpose for you, that actually kept you in the dark, when this shit is revealed to you, will it be... Yes, it will be on YouTube. I will post this on YouTube. If you guys close out this cycle and leave behind these relationships that no longer serve you, what you got coming, you're moving on to calmer waters. This is what Spirit's trying to get you to do. And you're going to have victory. You're going to have victory and be able to turn this around. And you're going to start something new. Not only that, you're going to have success with the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be leaving behind, like I said, thought processes, relationships. Some of you guys may be leaving behind jobs for something new opportunities. Don't get in your emotions. Like I always tell people, let's not be governed by our emotions, be governed by your head. Pile number 3. So use your head and kind of maneuver your way. And I feel like in July you're gonna have the ultimate victory. You're gonna have the last laugh. You're gonna have the last laugh. So if you guys are going through this tumultuous situation right now, pile number 3, just know in the month of July, you're going to have the last laugh. This is a brand new cycle. They're coming in to clear this shit out. Literally, you're rising from the ashes. So you guys might have your world fall apart this month, or might have had your world fall apart. You might have found out somebody was cheating. You may have found out friends were fake. You may have lost your job. But in the end, going into the month of July, pile number 3, don't be governed by emotions. Be governed by your head, and you're going to have the last laugh. And that's for you, pile number 3. All right, there we go, our collective. So guys, this will be posted on YouTube. If you weren't able to see your pile, YouTube has been posting really slow today and yesterday. So it may take the whole day for this to post, but I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to download it and then I'm going to chop it up. You guys can always refer back to it. The link to my YouTube is in my bio. You'll see my link tree and that'll take you right to my YouTube. And you can watch this and the other ones for the month of June if you miss those two. We have the career money out there. We also have the ancestral and spirit guide messages, and then love for the month of June. Pick a pile. So you can pick your piles out there. We'll be back later on this afternoon for more readings. So if you want to join us, then you are more than welcome. If you're new, make sure you click that notification bell and follow. If you get this on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we post new content and when we go live over there. But I will be posting this, and maybe we'll do another pick a card maybe sometime coming up soon. But we'll definitely get into the month of July's readings coming up. Pick a card. So, guys, I hope that resonated for you. Learn the lessons for the end of June. If you have not been on your grind, Spirit is talking to you. Listen. Get on your grind. You got roughly about a week left Let's close it this month out, and so that we can bring in July, because I feel like July is going to be such an amazing month for a lot of us. So clean up this shit and let's start fresh. All right. You're welcome, guys. Make sure you follow. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we go back live this afternoon. All right, guys. Until this afternoon, make good choices.